Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Friday morning video. So today I got a lot to talk about. Yesterday was a crazy day in the market. We had a massive pullback. We actually opened green pre-market and it was set for a great day. Nice bounce back after Tesla earnings. Tesla completely destroyed earnings. Give them an A+ in short summary. If you haven't watched my video yesterday, I actually talked about Tesla earnings. I'm obviously I am a shareholder of it. It's my biggest position. I have no plans on selling it. If anything, buying some more in the future if the market presents itself at a correct time. But right now, with all this volatility and turmoil and fear, there's, in my opinion, a lot better risk reward stocks to buy if you're a long-term investor, you're not about to retire, and you have time on your side. So it'd be a different situation if you were in your upper 50s, 60s, 70s, and you're trying to retire. But if you're in your 20s, 30s, you've time on your side. So, make sure you don't forget that, basically. So today I want to talk about PayPal and Shopify. These are two positions of mine. If you haven't watched my videos before, I own 17 stocks. I'm a long-term shareholder or a long-term investor. I am a long-term shareholder of PayPal. I've owned the stock since 2019. Shopify is a newer position of mine. I've been buying it for the past 9 months. PayPal is a top 5 position of mine. Shopify is a top probably 8. I would love to make this a top 5 position, kind of just get my smaller cap companies, put them more in the middle of the pack of my portfolio with where I think the market's going in the next year or two. I would love to get, growth companies, profitable companies, strong business models that are really beaten down. That's kind of my approach I'm going to take for the remainder of this year and into 2023. If you guys watch my videos, most of my small cap companies, they're already overbuilt out. I was averaging cost down from November, December, January into February. So I'm happy with the cost basis. Obviously, they're still more beat down now. So I'm down on those positions, but they're so built out and I'm happy with those cost bases for the long term. I'm really not sweating it. Don't plan on selling anything. I will continue to buy. The market can burn all at once short term. I'll continue to buy. So I'm not going to get spooked out of the market. That's kind of my style. When there's max fear, margin calls, people panicking, the news going nuts, interest rates going out of control, people saying they're going to stop spending, you get recession talk. This is the time as a long-term investor you should be really taking advantage of. You have very sometimes short windows and you have not often, this happens once every decade, let's just say on average. So the last big opportunity you had was 08 probably, the housing crisis. .com bubble you had an opportunity, but I was in lower school at that point. So, and same with the housing crisis. I was still in high school. So I didn't have any income or understand the market. So this is my first real opportunity. Obviously when COVID hit, it was the fastest crash, very quick recovery. It kind of caught everyone off guard both ways. So that one's kind of an exception in my eyes. I did take advantage of that. I do hold some great positions. Tesla was one of them when I was buying then, but this is more of a foreseeable picture in my opinion. So we kind of know where we're going. We know what the Fed's going to do. We know the risks. This is kind of a better market to buy long-term, in my opinion, your favorite companies. So PayPal, I bought today at $89.49. I bought 5% more of my position of PayPal. So I'm just chipping at it. I bought it a couple days ago too, chipping 5%, 5%, just building it out bigger. It closed today at $89.40. So I literally almost bought it at the lowest point of the day. My cost base at one point was $200, $190. I've been chipping away. My new cost base is $139.02. I will gladly still chip away at this. I think long-term, this stock will hit 52-week highs one day again. They're a great company, profitable, double-digit growth, great business model. The future is very bright for them. I have no doubt in my mind they will go over 300 plus again one day. So if that happens, I will more than 2x my money with a great profitable company. So that's kind of how I look at it long term. I don't know if it's going to be in 2023. Don't know if it's going to be 2024. Don't know if it's going to be 2025. But I do think in the years to come, they will get there eventually. Obviously, the market sentiment has a lot to do with it. Right now, we're in a complete fear market. So we just got to keep that in mind and stay focused on the long term here. these levels, like the $89 range, we're at summer of 2019 levels. That's literally insane. The amount of revenue, the cash, the growth this company's had. Just think about Venmo and stuff like that. Like, this company's gone so far. PayPal owns Venmo, if you guys didn't know. But, you know, we're at 2019 summer evaluations right now. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, this stock has grown so much in the past, you know, what was that, 3 years almost? Like, we're 3 years back in time right now. Summer 2022 is going to be 3 years. So it's crazy. So it just shows you the opportunity you have here. You don't get this opportunity often and much. Even CNBC's talking about this stock, which is crazy, saying how it's kind of a good buy right now. And, you know, their earnings do come out next week. That's, you know, 80% of the stocks right now are beating their estimates and guidance. So I think PayPal is going to be very strong. The banks had very strong reports, and obviously the banks are very similar to PayPal with transactions and stuff like that. People are spending money. People are going on vacations. People are shopping. People are going to restaurants. I think that PayPal is going to beat EPS and revenue, in my opinion. But market sentiment depends what's going on. People are going to be thinking about the Fed meeting the first week of April. That's going to be on their minds next week for this earnings. So just keep that in mind. So if they do a double beat and it doesn't move, or it moves like 2%, kind of like what Tesla did with a great earnings, wouldn't surprise me. If they miss something, I can see the stock pulling down even more. So just keep that in mind. That's why I don't really like day trading or swing trading or playing earnings. But that's kind of my thoughts on PayPal. I might do a deep dive on the earnings if you guys are interested in that next week. Second stock I bought today was Shopify, ticker is SHOP. I bought today at $485.75. The share right now is $481, so basically almost at bottoms too. I did buy a larger position because it's a newer position of mine, so I'm kind of trying to drive down my cost base as I was buying initially at, I think I was buying close to 1,000 or something like that originally. So I bought 10% more share of Shopify. My cost base now is $764.60. We are down to January of 2020 lows in this stock, which is crazy. Shopify is, I'm in the wholesale business. I deal with business to business. A lot of my customers use the Shopify platform. They're just so, like, Shopify's a well-oiled machine. They're growing. They're making their platform better. They're profitable. They got double-digit growth. So most of my customers, at least in 2020, didn't even probably know what Shopify was. And majority of them run off that store right now. So I kind of see it firsthand on the back end of how people are integrating to Shopify and how they like it, how the fees are good, how the platform runs, and how they're interviewing. They're doing a share split this summer, like Apple and Tesla a couple of years ago. It doesn't make the stock any more valuable, but it makes it more affordable to some people that want to get in that maybe can't afford a full share, because it is $500. To some people, that is a lot of money, to invest. Let me see where I'm at here. So yeah, so this is a stock I bought. I love. I will continue to buy this. This stock is literally a falling knife right now. So it really hasn't found a bottom. Where PayPal, you could argue it's been stuck around the 90, 110 range for a while. But this one's a falling knife. I will continue to buy it. I love this stock for the long term. This stock, 9 months ago was, I think it was over $1,700 a share. So, we're down over 2x right now on this stock. So both these stocks have easily 2x potential. I have no doubt in my mind in years to come, they'll be past their 52-week highs one day. I just don't know when it is, but I will gladly buy these beat down stocks at these prices. Or excuse me, that'd be sorry, I wrote the wrong thing. That's my cost base. It would be what is that? 8, 12. It'd be a 4x if you get the 52-week highs, which is literally insane. A 4x on a great large cap company. It's crazy. You don't get that opportunity much. So yesterday, the Dow finished down 1.04%. S&P finished down 1.47%. NASDAQ finished down 2.06%. My portfolio got completely hammered yesterday. I was down 3.94%. So I got literally destroyed. It might have been one of definitely a top 5 day I've lost the most money in my life. So pretty shitty feeling, to be honest, to lose one of the most amount of monies in a day in your life, but it happens. It's part of the market. If you can't take it, you shouldn't be in it. So I'm sure one day I will make more money than this, in a single day. So you gotta take the pain as far as you reap the benefits. So cash, I am literally at 15% cash. I like being above 20 in case something like really crazy happens. So that's what I'm at cash-wise. I will go down to zero. I will not go into margin. I have zero margin right now. Will not do it. I think a lot of people are getting margin called right now. Fed, Jerome Powell came out and spoke today. He was basically saying he's entertaining the idea of a quarter-point rate hike, which is more than the 04 style. It was a quarter point. He wants to do a half point potentially now. So this spooked the market out. I mean, we all know he was going to rate hike in the first week of April, but to be honest, the consumer's so strong right now, I kind of almost agree with him if he does a half point. It wouldn't surprise me if he stayed a quarter point. Is he going to U-turn on what he said in March, where he was going to do the 04 style? So we'll see. I think it's a way overreaction what the market's doing right now. Like they're like shocked. Doesn't really surprise me. Sentiment last week was 80% half point. Earnings for all the tech guys. Shopify, I believe, is next week. I know PayPal's next week. Facebook's next week. Google's next week. I'm in all those stocks. So it should be an exciting week for the fintech area and all that stuff. I think Nvidia's next week, but don't quote me on that. That's a new position I just started buying. So it's an exciting week next week. Hopefully we rally tomorrow and close and then kind of kick off next week a little more positive than this week. My plan, just average cost down, buy my favorite stocks, take advantage of these dips. That's kind of my plan. As I buy stocks, I'll make videos to let you guys know. Till tomorrow. I'll probably make just a market sentiment video tomorrow. No stocks unless I buy some more. But yeah, till tomorrow. Peace.